we mentioned at the top of the hour, the flu continues to slam Georgia with 5 new flu deaths in just 1 week.
Children and young adults have been hit hardest, with more than 40,000 kids and young adults testing positive for the flu since early October. And Children's Healthcare of Atlanta has seen record numbers of patients coming through their emergency departments.
And the Fox Medical Team's Beth Galvin joins us with the story of one family is dealing with a really close call here.
And Portia and Tom, this is one that I think will really kind of parents should pay attention to, because the flu tends to hit you really quickly with body aches and fever and fatigue and cough. And that's what happened to John Chelsea. He's made it 17 years without ever getting the flu or a flu shot. But right before Christmas, Chelsea's luck ran out.
In the back.
17-year-old John Chelsea had never spent a single night in the hospital until the day after Christmas, when the Troup County High School senior was hit by the kind of pain and fatigue he has never felt in his life.
I couldn't move by myself. I needed help. I couldn't walk. I couldn't put on my clothes.
LaToya Chelsea says John seemed to be getting sicker by the hour, so they rushed him to a LaGrange urgent care, then an emergency room.
That's when they told us his kidneys was shut down.
John Chelsea ended up in the ICU here at Children's Healthcare of Atlanta at Eggleston in kidney failure.
He was in a coma for 2 days. That was the scariest time of my life.
And in the emergency department here at Children's Healthcare of Atlanta at Eggleston, flu season hit early and hard.
Our emergency rooms are very busy.
Children's Healthcare at Eggleston Chief of Medicine, Dr. Stephanie Jernigan, says in December they broke records for the number of patients coming through the emergency department, most of them with flu and other respiratory viruses. And she's urging parents to make sure that their children are vaccinated.
Even though the flu vaccination may not always prevent someone from getting the flu, there is no question that it absolutely diminishes the severity of that illness, and that's very important for our pediatric patients.
John Chelsea has been here at Children's 15 days and counting, receiving dialysis through a central line placed in his neck.
He's never had a flu shot. Never. He's never been sick. And just to know that I could have lost my child, my firstborn, just because of the flu, it's scary. It is real scary.
The Chelseas are hopeful that John's kidneys will recover, but that will take time.
This is my second chance of life.
It was that bad?
It was that bad.
Bad enough to forever change how LaToya Chelsea sees the flu and flu shots.
When he leaves the hospital, we're going to get a flu shot. If his body can take it. If not, when it's time to get flu shots again, he will be first in line to get a flu shot.
And usually there are different strains of the flu that hit at different times during the season, and early in this season we usually see influenza A this time of year, but this time of year we're actually seeing a lot of influenza B. And one reason why they think children are catching the flu in higher numbers is that their bodies have not been exposed to influenza B before, so their immune system has no natural immunity to the virus. So typically early on in the year we see influenza strain A, and then late in the year smaller number of cases of B. This year it's kind of it's turned upside down.
But just the idea of being in a coma for 2 days
because of the flu, yes. And really in this case it looked nothing like the traditional flu, and that's what's kind of scary, I think.
Yeah, we don't think the flu looks like that, but it can
Clearly.
be a killer.
It can.
All right.
All right,
Beth,
thank
thanks.
you. Important information.
Good evening, my faithful loyal YouTube subscribers. Today it is Friday. It's approximately 10:40 at night. I just got home maybe about 30-45 minutes ago. I came in and ate some salmon. It's Friday. Today is the Friday, January the 10th. The year is 2020. If you just saw that news report I saw, you watched it. The flu has really it's been one doozy of a monster this year here in Georgia and around the United States. A lot of people have died here in Georgia, if I'm correct. 5 people died this week so far as a total. Somewhere between 15 or 20 people have died here in Georgia from flu-related symptoms of all ages, backgrounds. In fact, one was a 29-year-old man with 2 kids. One was a 17-year-old young lady who died. They're slowly releasing the names of the circumstances. In the video, this was a 17-year-old kid who contracted the flu, had never had a flu shot before. in his life, and he got contracted the flu and almost died. He's on dialysis now and going through that. So as you all know, Earl has been dealing with the flu since December 1st, 2019. Today he was transferred to hospital number 3. He's still not walking. He's still having serious issues. So the rehabilitation clinic where he rehab place where he was, as they call it, L-Tech, they released him because they had removed the trach out of his throat. So he was off the ventilator. So they sent him on to the next rehabilitation clinic today. So it's hospital number 3, and it could be a number 4. But I pray and hope it ain't number 4. I don't pray often, but I might have to pray over that one. But if you're at number 3, I mean, he started off at Emory. All these are Emory hospitals. I just continue to stay with Emory because it just made the most sense. He started off at Emory Hospital on Clifton Road. Then we went to the Emory-owned L-Tech. Now we had another Emory Hospital in DeKalb County, where they have a rehab team there that very aggressive. Earl got there this afternoon at they picked him up around 1:30, and he got there at 1:30. They picked him around 1:30. We knew he was transferring today, and they got him there. I followed the ambulance. They picked him up by ambulance because they didn't have a choice. Picked him up by ambulance, transported him over to the hospital, and literally got there. And by the time I parked my car and got inside with his items, the nurses and doctors are already evaluating him and getting him situated in his room. We had to do a quick room change. They did that, and then next thing I know, I came into the room and was helping him get situated in the bedroom. And I sat down for a few seconds to check some emails on my laptop, and just that fast, the door burst open, and the team, they burst in there. Earl was laid in bed with his little blanket. One of his friends brought Earl a blanket. It's really soft, furry blanket-like thing. He was laid up in bed with his little blanket, right? Y'all know the Charlie Brown cartoon, the character, the thing had a little blanket. One of the cartoon characters always ran around a blanket. Well, Earl been snuggling up with this blanket every night. So he was in there laid up in bed, snuggled up in his little blanket watching Real Housewives of Atlanta. And they busted in there, honey, and they snatched that blanket out of his hand and got his ass about that damn bed. So I was pleasantly surprised at how swift they were moving, because we hadn't even been there not even 20 minutes. So I don't think Earl was quite ready. He thought he was going to be laying in bed relaxing. They said, "Oh no, nigga, you getting up out this bed, buddy." So they immediately started stretching him, working him out, getting him out the bed. He was trying to object and looking at me and saying, "Walter," and I'm like, I just sitting there tapping on my computer like I didn't even see what was going on. I was very closely watching the situation. They jumped Johnny on. I said, finally, they got somebody getting his ass up out this bed. Earl been laying in bed since December 1st. So they got him up, stretched him out, exercising. The goal is at this particular place. They got this must work, because after this they go send Earl to a nursing home. So this has to work. So this particular rehabilitation clinic, we at hospital number 3. This must work, or he's going to a nursing home next. So we got to get him up. And I told him earlier, that they stressed how important this is. I know he's in a ton of pain. And at this place where he's at now, they pulled all the pain medications that he was taking. He was taking fentanyl and morphine, all that stuff gone. They don't allow that here, because you can't do this type of extensive rehab and be on those medications. He will be in therapy for 3 to 4 hours a day every day, and it's a strict schedule. They've even told me I don't have to be there that often. I know what the schedule is, and they're going to be there because they're going to be there. I'm not learning that these therapists like to do their thing without family members and friends involved because they can get the patient. They were able to get Earl out of the bed. I had been trying to get Earl out of the bed forever. I finally did get him out of the bed earlier today before we transferred him. But he just fought me tooth and nail. But, they came in and got his ass right on up. So, the journey continues. And I'm just exhausted, y'all. Now I swear to y'all, I'm tired. I got up at 6 o'clock this morning in preparations for Earl to get transferred. I had to go over there and move all his stuff out of the room. Personal belongings and stuff. And then where he's at now, they had a list of stuff that he needed to have. So I had to go run around and grab all that stuff up so that he could have it over there. Because this is a more intensive program. And it's essential that you have to have. If you're in the hospital, you absolutely have to have somebody there to assist you, because there was a list of stuff that if somebody had to go get this stuff, he can't go get it. I had to go get this stuff. So I just want this ordeal to be over, but it's not yet. It's taking some time. He's doing much better now. He's still in a lot of pain. And after they worked out with him today, he had a friend stop by, and so I ran home to take care of some stuff. And she was telling me later on that Earl was really physically exhausted, and he's in a lot of pain. So no pain, no gain. He's gonna have to fight through that pain. But he was crying, and he was very upset about this, and it's taking its toll on him mentally. And once again, I told him again, I said, we got to keep him in, have mental health therapy along with this. And they said, they were excited, like, do you want that too? I said, yeah, he got to have some type of mental health therapy. This man laid up in his bed, and he needs to be, I can't just motivate him. He needs to have somebody else also. So they're going to add that as part of the intensive therapy that he was receiving. They were excited to hear that. Black folks, I'm like, look, honey, I ain't a regular black guy. Get this man some mental health therapy. And when that therapist is talking to him, can he also talk to me too? Because I could use a little help myself. So it just is what it is. Like I told Earl, he made the comment and saying he wished he had just died. And I said, Earl, why would you say something like that? You got too many people happy fighting for you. Yeah, you in pain. Yeah, it hurts. Yeah, everything hurts. His shoulders, he's having headaches. Shoulders, his elbows, his hands. He can't really use his hands. His knees, his feet are swollen. And it kind of comes and goes. So all we can do is just, you were not like this before. You will get back to normal. You just have to be patient and don't give up. Don't give up. And I'm not going to let you give up. So that's where we're at right now, hospital number 3. And, it's a decent facility. I like the place so far. Like I said, it's like you're strapped into a roller coaster ride and you gotta ride it on out. There's nothing he planned. And, the people, I can honestly say that every person we've come across at Emory Medical Clinic has been some of the kindest people, the nicest, kindest people I've ever dealt with. Yeah. I haven't had any issues with anyone. And everybody has been very friendly, beyond friendly, beyond courteous, beyond helpful. Even the therapist today, even though they were pretty adamant they wanted me to not interfere, and I wasn't going to interfere, but I was glad they got Earl up. And this particular therapist is going to work with Earl every day. They said every day, he said he has success, and he chose Earl because Earl less than 2 months ago, Earl, in the end of November, was walking around fine on a cruise ship. And so he said he's going to get him back on his feet. So I said, okay. He said he's going to get him back on his feet. So they switched medications around. They snatched some pain pills. It's just, it is what it is. And it's a process and it's going to take some time. Hopefully that this particular, where we're at now, where he is now, I'm hoping and praying that, and I know that this will be the place. And this will be the place where he'll walk out of this hospital. He has to. He has got to walk out of here. So, anyway, I just wanted to give you all an update and show you all the news report about what was going on here in Atlanta. I'm working on some Nickelville videos. I needed to take a break because today was a long day. I swear to y'all, it was long. I didn't even know I got to stick to this video. But today was a long day. And I'm about to conclude this video and go to sleep. It's 10:52, almost 11 o'clock. I'll be up in the morning. If you like my videos, click like, share them with family and with your friends. I'm out of here. It's a short little video. Sorry, y'all. I'm tired. It's Friday, January 10th. The year is 2020. I'm out of here and enjoy your weekend. I'll see you all later.